following us the entire show, we've got the poodle situation under control. Yes, we do. Hey, let's talk about Beatrice, Nebraska. In the heartland of America, a beautiful bakery since 1917, baking with bakers who have worked there for decades. So they take a lot of pride, a lot of love in their work. And one thing that they do really well, although they bake a lot of really beautiful things, is fruitcake. Now, stay with me. I know you're saying fruitcake, it's a break time. No, 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 stay with me because here's the story. When we brought this fruitcake to QVC several years ago, we launched it on the David Show. And David, if David doesn't like it, it's not meant to be liked. And he caught me back in the hallway. We always have a meeting ahead of time. And he said to me, Marie Louise, I can't believe that you have a fruitcake in my show. Why would you do that to me? And, I kind of got a little nervous there. And I just said, well, it's good. You should try it. Nah, I'm not really into fruitcake. I said, please try it. He tried it. And I can tell you that there was a happy dance in the hallway. And here is why. Take a look. I'm going to bring this cake down here and show you. Ooh, nice shot. If I can get it in the shot. This is our 2-pound traditional fruit cake. So we went from David saying, I don't know, to happy dancing to dessert of the month. And there's a reason for that. It takes a lot to become the dessert of the month. You have to prove yourself. And our QVC family has fallen in love with it. Look at that cross section. Fruitcake meant to be eaten, loaded with 67% fruit. That is a lot of fruit. Look at those giant cherries. All of the pieces, all of the fruit, all of the nuts are big, nice, whole pieces, which is why we tell you to refrigerate it and use a serrated knife to cut it to get the best cut in there. But look at that. It is completely mouth-watering and so incredibly delicious. In the process of making it, and the reason why we tell you now on what is today, the 19th of November, that this is it, is because the cakes are baked, slow baking process. All of the nuts and everything you see on the top of this, they are all hand decorated. Here we go. Let's go to Beatrice, Nebraska, shall we? Mixing it up. Our dedicated family of bakers on the line, putting the batter into the pans, sorting through those nuts to make sure you get the best and most beautiful nuts on the top and the fruit. Look at that, hand-picked, hand-sorted. These are slow baked in the oven. You can see there's a really nice little, like a muffin wrapper on the outside of it. They are cooled. And then here is the key. The key is all of those flavors have to meld. And I'm going to tell you what's in this cake, and then I'm going to tell you why, but they have to meld. It takes 6 weeks in a refrigerator. So today's November 19th. Ooh, we're not going to make it. This is it. So if you really want this fruit cake, and I think if you've never tried it, you need to try it. I still haven't sold you on it. Okay. So here's the thing. Let's talk about the ingredients in these delicious fruit cakes. Let's talk about what makes them so delectable. Okay, here we go. I have got the plate on here. I've got the plate here. Do you like candied Michigan cherries? Look, I just saw those big candied Michigan cherries, nice big pieces. Okay, yes, you like candied Michigan cherries? Good. Do you like candied pineapple? Ooh, that's 2. Do you like the traditional brown and golden raisins? Nice and plump and soft? Yeah, we like raisins. Do you like fresh and crunchy whole pieces of California walnuts and almonds and Georgia pecans? Yes? Okay. And just enough cake to make it interesting. Oh, but there's something we forgot. And something that still sets us apart from all of the other fruitcake makers in the country. And that's a little something in 3 shot glasses called brandy, bourbon, and dark rum. Yeah, brandy, bourbon, and dark rum mixed into our traditional batter. Everything gets a chance to soak it up. All of the fruits, the candied pineapple, the candied cherries, the raisins, soak it up. It does burn off in the baking process. This is a question I get all of the time. Oh, I don't know if I want to be serving a cake to my family that has bourbon, rum, and brandy in it. Bakes off, but the essence in there is there. And I can tell you that not a whole lot of companies are doing that anymore. They've sort of backed off a little bit from putting the liquor in. But because this is a traditional grandmother's recipe brought over from Eastern Europe, and the gentleman who found her recipe in a trunk up in the attic have wanted to continue to make it in beautiful Beatrice, Nebraska, that traditional way that would honor grandma. Look at the cross section of that. I would say about 20 really good slices from each cake. Let me tell you, they're going to arrive to you fresh in a beautiful box. And you have several options. So if you want to, you can keep it in your pantry. Let me show you this. You can keep it in your pantry. There's the front. You can see a little peek through right there where you can see the cake. And on the back, tells you all about the story, which makes it a really great gift idea. So 9 months in your pantry. If you open it up, 1 year in your refrigerator. So that gives you a lot of time to sit down and savor it and take a piece here and pick some things out and share it with your next friends who come, or you can put it into the freezer. But these are baked fresh for you. So let me tell you about fruitcake aside from the ingredients, the experience of enjoying the fruitcake. And most of the time, if you ask anybody, like my friends, for example, or my family on the other side, do you like fruitcake? Oh no, no, I don't want to try fruitcake. Hmm. Have you ever eaten fruitcake? Oh no, no, I just don't eat it because I've been told it's not good. This is delicious fruitcake. This is the dessert of the month from November. It takes a lot to become the desserts of the month. So here is why it is so wonderful. It starts in Beatrice, Nebraska, with all of our great and talented bakers, our family members who have been with our company for decades, all hand sorting the nuts and the fruits and hand packing them into the pans to bake. A slow bake. When they come out, they cool and then they go into the refrigerator. This is where all of the flavors have a chance to meld, much like fine wine, not quite as long, but 6 weeks. When we tell you we need to make these advance, we do because we do other things other than QVC. They have a really nice business down there, but we love QVC here. So we want to make sure that we have plenty to go around. So the fruitcake experience. Well, with Beatrice, it starts here in the box. You can see when you get the box at home. The box is beautiful. It makes a great gift. Nobody's going to want to give this up in the white elephant gift exchange. You know, it's been the thing years and years. Somebody brings a fruitcake and nobody wants it. I think everybody's going to covet this. Let me tell you. When you take it out of the wrapper, and by the way, once again, it comes to you fresh. It's going to be fresh in the box. There's nothing frozen about it. There's a nice, really nice fresh cake in here. When you take it out of the wrapper, and you open up the wrapper, it's when the fruitcake experience begins. What do I mean? Well, I wish you could smell it because I smell fruits. I smell bourbon and rum and brandy, just a little essence of it. But now look at what you're seeing. This is a beautiful cake. This cake looks absolutely gorgeous sitting on your holiday table. It is a beautiful presentation, something that you'd be really proud to give your friends as a gift because it's so nice and big and heavy and dense. But what you're seeing there is what makes us so special. With our 2 pound traditional loaf, 67% fruit. That is a lot of fruit come together with just enough cake, a little bourbon, rum, and brandy to make it interesting. It's the cake that my family, when we were younger, my grandma used to make fruit cakes, which were just as good as these. She might have put a little citron in there, though. I would take that out. But you sit around the table, you get done eating, and everybody's starting to play games or something, and then you bring out the fruit cake. And look what I've done here. Let me show you what I've done. So I've sliced some of these up. I've made like kind of a little fruitcake board. But look at that. You can see the cross sections of them in there. This is moist. This is dense. Look at this one right here. You can see the big cherries, the big pieces of candy pineapple. You can see those raisins in there. You can see the nuts and the fruits in there. So the next experience is going to be it's beautiful to look at. You get a really nice aroma from it. It's all of the layers in a fruit cake. So let's imagine we're eating that piece right there. I would probably pull the cherry off first because I really like the cherry and that little bit of essence of the bourbon, rum, and brandy in it. But then you have the candied pineapple and the nuts. So you're really getting sweet. You're getting chewy. You're getting moist and dense. You're getting the melt in your mouth of the cake. All of the nuts are really nice and crunchy in there. And then you get that essence of bourbon, rum, and brandy, which makes it so special. This is from Beatrice, Nebraska. I love that it is made by this company. They've been in business since 1970 in the heartland of America. People working, people taking pride in their jobs, people making a great baked good that maybe a lot of us remember So, gathering around the table then to enjoy something different, something that really requires you to kind of slow down and pick through and take a little bite here and a little bite there and a little crunch here and a little bit of cake there. And knowing that with this 2 pound loaf, I would say you're going to get about, let me show you this one here. By the way, no two cakes are exactly alike. That's the hand decorating on the top. Who hand decorates cakes anymore? At a time when everything is so automated, there are still companies that care about doing things when they say it's a grandma's cake, exactly the way a grandma would be doing it, following it from the recipe from start to finish. In this case, you are getting a slow baked 2 pound traditional fruitcake from a company in Beatrice, Nebraska, that still adds the bourbon, rum, and brandy to their cakes. That tradition is not going to end there. All of the nuts on the top, all of the fruits are hand sorted. They are slow baked in a slow oven. They are allowed to cool, and then they go into the refrigerator for 6 weeks. And in that time, all of the wonderful flavors get to meld together. Candied Michigan cherries. Oh, over 200 have been ordered in the show. You are really going to enjoy these candied Michigan cherries, candied pineapple, 2 kinds of raisins. You've got pecans, you've got walnuts, you've got almonds. Nice big pieces in here, nice big pieces of fruits and nuts that you can identify. This is our QVC dessert of the month. It is our pleasure to bring this to you from Beatrice, Nebraska. If this is the first time you're going to be enjoying a fruitcake, we'll be back next year. If you're going to be enjoying it again, we thank you very much. From my family to yours, we wish you all a very gracious and blessed Thanksgiving season. And up next, speaking of gracious and blessed, it's my friend Jimmy Snowball.
Hey Marie, how are you?
Hi, I miss you so much.
I miss seeing you too. I love that I get to follow you with the fruitcake.
I know. I'm your warm-up bag. Mwah.
Thank you. Well, welcome